Hey, this is Epykk with the Chosen Prime. Today we'll be taking a look at Bandai's SH Figuarts Great Ape Vegeta. And for the Dragon Ball Z fans out there, you will of course recognize this figure as the large, fully powered version of Vegeta after he stared at the moon, as he's known in Japan as Ozaru Vegeta. So yeah, this figure is probably one of the largest ones they've done, or the largest one they've done in the Dragon Ball line. So we're going to show you how he compares with some other SH Figuart Dragon Ball figures, and we'll see how the figure holds up. But before we do all that, we'll take a quick look at some of his accessories. So first off, he comes with an optional face sculpt. This one is the one that he's lost an eye. I'll try not to spoil anything for people who have not seen the show, but yeah, if you've seen the show, you know what this is for. So yeah, he comes with one optional face sculpt. He comes with an optional tail piece, which has a nub. And he comes with a few other fists, or hands I should say. One which is a fist. He comes with a pair of fists. You can see the other one there. He comes with two semi-gripping hands, or you can say action hands, as I've heard them be referred to. So he comes with two pairs of these. And he also comes with a pointing hand. He comes with one pointing hand, so he can point. Then he comes with a set of clenched hands here, where he's grasping Goku. So again, no spoilers, but this is what he comes with. Next, he does come with a miniature Yajirobe figure. And this one is a static pose Yajirobe, there with his sword unsheathed. And lastly, he comes with a display base, so we'll show off later on how that is incorporated. Alright, and here we have the Great Ape Vegeta up close. And this is a very nice figure. It is really sculpted well here. It's kind of hard for me to tell which parts are painted. I would like to say that most of the white is painted. The hair may just be, sculpted plastic. It's hard to tell. The eyes, of course, are painted, and they're a really nice, brilliant red. So, yeah, it's a really, really nice looking piece. No noticeable washes in the paintwork, from what I can tell. But yeah, the sculpted detail is really nice. So just take a look at the back there, see his tail and everything. So yeah, really nice looking figure, and actually quite hefty. They decided to use a great bit of die cast in the figure, so you don't have to worry about him falling down or losing his balance or anything like that. There's quite a bit of die cast that supports the figure and keeps him stable. But for added stability, if you don't want to use the stand, he has a really nice strong tail here. And as you see, I have him posed standing here with his tail supporting him, keeping him from falling over. And yeah, you do not have to worry about that at all. Now, of course, he can stand perfectly fine without the tail. Again, he is quite heavy, but once you found the pose or whatever, and I just picked something real quick, as you can see, he'll stand there, no problem at all. So no issues there. Now let's go ahead and look at the articulation. So the head is on a ball joint, which just lets him rock side to side a little bit. So you get a little bit of attitude. With the neck and ball hinge, he can get good range left and right, and up and down more so than up. But he's a big guy, so most of the time he's going to be looking down at everyone anyways. And as for the mouth, it does open, and then the tongue is on a joint that lets it move up and down inside there. Can't quite get my nails in there, but it does move up and down and articulate. So that's also pretty nice. For his arms, it's actually really interesting. So the armor is on its own hinge, and it's connected to the back of the shoulder. And then the shoulder itself, you see here, there's a hinge, which acts as the butterfly joint. And then of course the actual shoulder itself has a ball peg inside. So you can actually use this hinge here, so it lets you move the whole arm piece forward like this. And then if you don't, you got a big gap there, you can use the armor, shoulder armor, and you can use it to fill it in, or however you need to do. So it works really well. You see, you can manipulate it and fill in most of the gap there. You can raise the arm up and just however you want to do it. So the shoulder itself is on a ball, hinge, and a ratchet. So it ratchets up and down, and then he has a bicep swivel. The elbow is also, no, it's not on a ratchet. It's on a double hinge though, as you can see there, the cut on the back of the elbow. So the double hinge, it only gets you about 90 degrees. And then you get the swivel at the wrist, which is also on a ball hinge. So that can move up and down. And then you get the regular swivel. Now for the torso, he can crunch back and forward. And I believe it's on a ratchet, soft ratchet joint. See? And then he can crunch forward and back to normal. And then he also has another joint here that lets him do the same thing. So he gets a nice, a respectable ab crunch for a character of his stature. So he can, lean forward and look at whoever he needs to look at. So yeah, that's pretty cool how that works. And then as far as back, he can lean back enough so if you need him to look up for whatever reason, yeah, it's not too bad. So for the waist, can turn side to side about that much. So if you need him to turn, he's got the ability to do that. Now for the legs, they are also on ratchets. So it ratchets all the way up to 90 degrees. And then back, not very far because of his glutes there. And as you can hear, those are solid plastic. Then it can ratchet out to the side about that much. So not the full-on splits, but yeah, he can do some kicks. And then you get a thigh swivel, and you also get a double jointed knee, which gives him just better than 90 degrees. And for the ankles, you get a soft ratchet that goes back and forward, and also another ratchet that gives you ankle tilt, so you can utilize that. And you also get pivot at the foot. You get some toe articulation. And before we forget, he does have a tail that is sculpted in this S curve, but it is on a ball hinge, and it's pretty stiff, as you can hear. And that again is so he can support his own weight if you need him to. All right, forgive the audio, but experiencing technical difficulties. But I wanted to show you the stand and how it incorporates. So move this off to the side, bring this in. So the stand, it's pretty basic. It just has a hinge here, and it's on a ratchet, goes up and down. It doesn't actually move up and down, but it also has these prongs here that open and close around the waist. And then you'll see another piece here, which is for Yajirobe to peg into. So you just get Vegeta into a crouched position, and you can move the tail out of the way and wrap this around his waist. Now you don't have to have him seated if you don't want to. You can have him standing, but the bottom part here is just to support, you know, his butt. So you could have him just standing like that if you want. But come around to the back side, and then Yajirobe has a port on his back, and you just peg it in right here. And you maneuver it around however you want to, because it can swing. And it's basically to simulate him cutting off Vegeta's tail. So you would take this piece off and put this piece on there, give him the nub, and it'll be, you know, your display for if you want to have him displayed with the tail getting chopped off. So that's how that works. All right, so for some quick size comparisons, we're gonna bring in a couple of other Dragon Ball figures. On hand, I have Broly, and I have Ginyu, and there he is with Goku. So you can see how tall he is over some of the other characters. And yeah, if you're interested in how tall this Goku is compared to the one that comes in the fist, there's your size comparison.